It's Leno reporting you live from the usual location. This week, I wanted to talk about Joe Paterno's passing, which just happened today. And I'm looking at a bunch of articles and news media outlets. And while they're covering his career, most of them are really talking about the scandal in depth for the most part. And that just brings up the question, when does controversy go over legacy? When do somebody's controversy in their career outline and overshadow everything else that they've done during their life? Over the last couple of months, he's been going through that whole Sandusky thing with the child molestations over Penn State over the past few years, and they're saying that he ignored that whole situation. But he was a good coach. He got them a whole bunch of awards throughout all those years. You can't deny his talents and his abilities as a coach. Even though he was involved in that, he wasn't molesting the kids, but he did ignore it. The question is, which is more important? Do we focus on the negativity that was involved in his life and the situations he got himself involved in? And I don't want to just focus on Joe Pa because it goes beyond that. The whole controversy and scandals thing, you can think about other artists and other people in media genres besides Joe Pa. Like Chris Brown, for example. A lot of people are bashing Joe Paul, but I know people that are fans of Chris Brown that support him after the whole Rihanna situation. Chris Brown is a talented artist, and you don't want to ignore his commitments too. Are you gonna throw him under the bus all the time, or are you just gonna forget about that and focus on his music? And what about Amy Winehouse? She's another one that had controversy, with the whole rehab and the whole drug addict problem and stuff like that. And they're saying she passed under. There wasn't even drugs, I believe. I think it was alcohol. I'm not sure the whole situation with her, but do we ignore her talents and accomplishments over her addictions? The question you got to ask yourself is, when does somebody's personal life outshine their abilities? You can go to like Bill Clinton with the whole Monica Lewinsky, oh, I never had sexual relations with that woman situation. I'm not a political person and stuff, but I know Clinton was better than Bush was, so are you going to say Bush was a better president just because he didn't have any real scandals? I know most people aren't going to say that. And then what about Michael Jackson, the king of pop? Everybody emulated him. He even got a couple video games, and those Jones is hot. He allegedly was molesting kids. I don't believe that, because unlike all those other situations, Michael Jackson's is a whole alleged thing. It was never really any proof that he molested the kids. But a lot of people hold that on to Michael and bash him even after his death and forget about his music because they say he molested kids. Even if you do believe that, do you just ignore his accomplishments? Now, I know each person's problems are different on the scales of seriousness and they're not all equivalent to each other. I just want to know when a person's personal problems should outweigh their achievements in their careers, or should that even outweigh at all? So we just looked at over in a whole different vein and separate it. Is it even possible to separate it? Because a lot of people can't, and I'm seeing that now with this whole Joe Pa thing, and I'm just reflecting over the past celebrities that passed or that are still alive and that had issues, but people can't let go of what they've been through. And in some cases, I can understand that. Now, I'm not supporting these people's bad actions. I'm not even fans of all these people. I'm just asking the question of what should you do in a situation like that. How should you look at that person? Should you ignore their accomplishments, or should you be able to separate it and evaluate on a whole different level? I can go on and on about the talented celebrities and artists, musicians, athletes, whatever that's been having conflicts and controversy. Pretty much anybody famous has been through something. When you think about it, you can go to R. Kelly with the whole pissing on you thing. Now, you can make a lot of jokes about that. I know Chappelle got it because that joke was funny as crap, but do you deny his music? I even take it back to OJ. OJ was a good football player, but then there's a whole controversy on what he did. You even look at wrestler Chris Benoit, the talented wrestler. Should that overshine his abilities in the ring? That is something for y'all to ponder over this week. Comment me with your feedback. Hit me up on my Twitter, at me, whatever your response is. Go on my promo page on Facebook, write your responses there. Just give me some feedback. I just want to hear people's thoughts on weighing controversy and scandal versus somebody's legacy and achievements in their life. Where does things go from here? Do you separate it, or do you keep everything together? And should that outweigh and outshine all the accomplishments they went through in their life? I just want to hear your opinions. Alright, now next week everything should be back to normal. Should be back to the wackiness and goofiness and whatnot. I just wanted to try something different this week and cover some issues. But unless something else goes down next week, I should be back to my regular format. Alright, so just like this video, subscribe. I'll catch you on next week. Alright.